Hey 27 percenters, this is Dale Calvert. Yesterday I shared with you the process to create customers, the retail to recruit, the foundational system, the foundational process within the system. 3 days, 14, 29-day call. At the end of 29 days, we ask the question, how would you like to receive up to $10 off your next purchase? And it doesn't matter if we're talking about a skincare product, if we're talking about weight loss, which has been our example, a service, anything that you're doing that is on a monthly renewable basis, you can apply this to. Now, here's my personal feelings. There was an article that was written, we'll put this in the resources section for you guys as well, and it's called Whatever Happened to Retail in Network Marketing. And I know some of you, a lot of companies today, for whatever reason, it's very common to when somebody wants to purchase your product, you just sign them up and let them order directly from the company. And the problem is they don't reorder. They don't take the product properly to begin with. And I believe that the first 90 days is very critical that if you will spend a little bit more time and a little bit more effort in the beginning, that it will pay you enormous long-term, unbelievable benefits. It sincerely will. And again, as humans, we want to accomplish as much as we possibly can, doing as little as we possibly can. But if you'll take that extra time, energy, and effort and get this system plugged into your product line, you aren't going to believe the difference it will make for you. So with that said, you might have to have 2 or 3 extra bottles or cans of your primary product on hand. You have it. And you're talking to someone at your place, your regular job, and they say, yeah, I want to try the product. You may not want to sign them up as a wholesale buyer day one. I recommend you don't. And I know this is off the wall, and people say, well, Dale, what? But if you just stay with me through this system, you'll see why it makes so much sense. So let's say that you have a product and it's a can, let's say it's a weight loss powder or whatever, and it's $40 and the retail is $54. And again, you can apply those numbers to what your product or service is. Then here's what I suggest. When somebody says they go to your Play One, they hear the whole story, they say, yeah, I'd like to try that product. I say, awesome, $54, would you like to put that on your Visa or your MasterCard? And if you're in business, you should be able to take credit cards. I mean, PayPal has a swipe now. There's a lot of different credit card processing that you can use as an independent distributor. So here's what some of our most successful people that we work with one-on-one with are doing. And they have their own credit card processor. So they sell that first product, $54. It goes into their bank account, and they get the product to them. You say, Dale, well, you mean I have to ship products? Maybe. The U.S. Postal Service will provide the boxes for you to put it in free. Dale, I have to take the product to work the next day and give it to the lady, the one that's, yeah. Again, to me, I said, well, that's not the way we do business. Now, everybody just ships. We're going to get to that point. But by doing it the way we're sharing it with you, once you get to that point, you're going to really have something. You're going to really have a real customer once we get to that point. And we're going to get there. But just so stay with me, the first month you sell at $54, you make $14. At the end of the first month, according to my records, it's time for you to reorder. How would you like to receive up to $10 off your next purchase? Well, how do I do that? For every name that you give me that I can send a brochure to, I'll give you $1 off per name up to 10 names. And guys, learn that terminology the way I'm communicating it, because here's what happens. I'll have people come and say, Dale, I couldn't get anybody to give me any names. Okay, well, call me. I'm your customer. Call me. And they'll say, hey, Dale, how are you doing? I'm doing good. You need to reorder your products up. If you give me 10 names I can contact, I'll give you $10 off your next purchase. That's not what the script says. That's not what it says. For every name that you give me that I can send a brochure to, I'll give you $1 off per name, up to 10. Because I have, some people say, well, I could think of 5, but I couldn't think of any more than 5. Okay, you get $5 off. $1 off per name, up to 10. So, and again, I'm not trying to be, but I want to make sure that you're hearing what I'm saying. $1 off per name, up to 10. So now you get 10 names, and what do? Instead of running the credit card for $54, you run it for $44, and you get the product to them. You with me? Now, I'm going to take it to the next level from this point on. Now, in the first month, 3-day, 14, 29-day call. According to my records, it's time for you to reorder. How would you like to receive up to $10 off your next purchase? How do I do that? For every name that you give me that I can send a brochure to, I'll give you $1 off per name, up to 10 names. When can you get them to me? They get them to you. You run the card for $10 off. You get the product to them. If you ship it to them, if you deliver it, however you get it, you get the product to them. All right, now let's step back and let's see where we're at right now. You've got 10 fresh names that they sent you. You've got someone on their second month consuming your product. Then as soon as you get those 10 names, here's what you're going to do. You're going to get that envelope, that colored envelope, and get a Post-it note and say, Mary Jo that you work with thought you might have an interest in this product. Call me, Dale. Phone number. Let me say that again. Mary Jo or my Aunt Mary, who you work with, or the lady that you go to church with, named so-and-so, whatever, thought you might have an interest in this product. Call me, your first name only and your phone number. Post-it note. You take your brochure and you stick the Post-it note on it, and you hand address it like we showed you earlier, and you drop it in the mail. Now when they get that, they're going to see a Post-it note, and they think, well, Mary, wonder what Mary, and because there's a connection, then they're going to read the brochure, and you ask them to call. If they don't call, which most won't, some will, but if they don't, you want to send those as soon as you can, because you want to have worked through this process before your Aunt Mary needs to order her third month. So you drop the 10 in the mail as soon as you can. If those that you haven't heard from in 2 days, you call, and it's like, okay, Don, this is Dale Calvert. I sent you a brochure my Aunt Mary asked to send to you. Did you receive it? Yes. What questions do you have about the product? Well, how much was it, Dale? Was it $54 for a can? It was $54. Would you like to put that on your Visa or your MasterCard? And your goal from those 10 is to have 3 or 4 people that make their first purchase from those 10. Are you with me? Real simple. Again, guys, there's a lot of moving pieces here, but repetition's the mother of learning. We have all the scripts for you. Now, Mary started, your Aunt Mary started 59 days ago. Now what's going on with her after 59 days? Time for her to reorder, right? It's a 30-day supply. So on the 59th day, you call Aunt Mary, say, hey, Aunt Mary, this is Dale. According to my records, it's time for you to reorder your product. I can't give you a discount this month, but how would you like to learn how to buy the product wholesale? Now, she's consumed it for 2 months. What will most people say at this point? Well, how do I learn how do I buy it wholesale? And you say, what are you doing Tuesday night? I don't think I have anything right now scheduled on Tuesday. Great. I'm going to send you a link. We're doing a company overview. You can watch the whole thing online. It'll tell you about our products, some other products that we have, about the company, and how you can buy the product wholesale. Watch it Tuesday. Call me when it's over. Okay, so do you see what I've done now? Now she gets to hear the whole story. And some people will say, you mean I can make money with this? Because people at work have been asking me, I've lost 11 pounds. And there will be people that had no interest in the business, but because they've used the product, they like the product, they see the money that can be made, will join you as a distributor. It's the best distributor that you can have. The best team member is someone that was a satisfied product user first. And she may watch it and say, no, I'm not interested in the business, but I do want to become a wholesale buyer. Great. Now you can sign her up. She can order herself. She can do her whole thing. But here's what you have. This is the ace in the hole. See, so Mary calls you after, and she probably won't, but you call her. Did you watch that? Yeah, I watched it. It looked really interesting. I want to be a wholesale buyer, and I was thinking about maybe becoming one of those distributors, but I just don't think I have enough time. And you say, Mary, that's too bad. You remember those 10 names that you gave me? Yeah. 4 of those people are already using the product. I was going to give them to you as your first 4 customers. Can you say cha-ching? I mean, can you say cha-ching? She's in. You were going to give those 4 people to me as my first? Yes, absolutely. See, because why? You can, because they haven't registered with the company yet. They're not a wholesale buyer yet. You sold them as a retail customer. So when they're ready to become wholesale buyers, they can go right directly under your Aunt Mary. Guys, I'm telling you, this base right here, when you really follow it and you understand it and you think about, because some of you I know right now are thinking, my gracious, Dale, if I'd had this system, 7 years ago when I started in this, 11 years ago when I started in this, or some of you are thinking, Dale, if I'd had this 6 months ago when I started, my business would look a whole lot different. Guys, that's why we put together the 27%er Club. That's it. Because some of you get it. I mean, I've got the hair standing up on my arm right now because I know some of you are hearing what I'm saying, and it makes too much sense. And it's like, and some of you think, well, Dale, that's not this. We do this. We do. Okay, well, keep doing that, and you can come back and do it this way down the road if you still have a business left. That's the bottom line, guys. That's the bottom line. We have to create real customers and real distributors and real businesses. This is not just going out there and just like a chicken with your head cut off and selling as much as you can to as many as you can until the next latest, greatest product comes, and then doing it all over again the rest of your life. Like many of you know people that have done that the last 10, 15 years. It's like Mexican jumping beans all over the place. They don't know, all over the place, trying to get the fast start bonus. We're the 27%er Success Club is about building real businesses with real people that you can be proud of, build something that can be passed down to the next generation and the next generation. And the way we do this and the way it has to be done is by just taking a breath sometime, developing a long-term perspective on what you're doing, and providing great customer service. Will it work like this every single time with every single person? Of course not. Of course not. But is it a plan that makes more sense when it's duplicated throughout your organization? And what can happen from that? So we've shared a lot the last few weeks, last few videos. We've got all the scripts here for you. You've got to adapt it. You can adapt it to your particular hero product, whatever it is. And I will tell you, if you put together a team of people that understand this and duplicates this, you're going to be a superstar in your company. I'll talk to you again soon.